Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Pup. We're back with another episode of the GW8 Draft League. This week we were facing off against Cart. I made some changes after last week's disaster against Crep. I know this is also going up a week late, but we do not have a team builder for this week. You guys will see what I'm bringing, though, as I think I describe it decently well, at least, or at least explain the game plan before the game starts. Hopefully we're going to be able to bounce back and get ourselves back in a winning position, as this league has not been going the best. Same with a couple of the other ones. We've just been getting pretty unlucky. It is what it is. Hopefully we can win this one. If you guys do enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's get to the battle. What's going on, everyone? We are playing against Cart this week. Go check them out. I'll maybe put their link in the description, but they're also in my my Little Cup League. They are doing great, undefeated regular season. Crazy. So they're pretty good. They have a scary team here, and they brought basically what I expected. No Fortress is really nice. I think Excadrill is a great sash lead versus them. I also think Indeedee just goes absolutely insane versus their team with Terra Psychic, Expanding Force. Their switch-in is that Roaring Moon, which I feel like I deal with decently well. With Infernape being able to click Vacuum Wave, we have Choice Scarf Tornadoes, we have Rocky Helmet Screamtail, which is pretty solid. Lead options for them, they could honestly lead with a lot of things, like basically anything, but I think it's more likely that they lead with something like Keldeo. Makes a decent amount of sense, especially like we could see if there's Scarf or something. So yeah, Keldeo, I think Clefable, it just normally makes a lot of sense. I think Drill for me, or Focus Sash, sort of lead variant anyways. We can always spin if they want to set up hazards with a potential Clefable to start us off. It leads pretty solid in everything except for like the Zapdos. I guess Keldeo is not the best lead for us anyways, but I'm going to need to chip that Pokemon. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They didn't bring either Terra Captain, which, I guess I did expect. They didn't bring the Sun at all either. All right, we're going to see Tinkerbell. Okay, perfect. Great lead for me. Great lead. I am not Ironhead versus them, which is tough, but that's not the biggest deal anyways. I kind of want to click Rock Slide, predicting that Zapdos to come out off of the bat like this. Yeah, we're going to go for it. Wow, they're just going to straight up stay in. We still do a ton of damage to that guy, and we're going to get a nice, huge flinch. They're not physically defensive at all. We did what? We did a little over 30-ish. They might not be any bulk on that Pokemon. From this range, it looks like Earthquake is just gonna kill it. I would love to Earthquake. Zapdos could come out, but I think Earthquake makes more sense. We might just get a 2-hit KO off the bat. They're gonna live on 1. Hit us with Flamethrower. We're gonna live. No burn. And I think we just spin this turn. We're going to get a speed boost for ourselves. If they want to swap out, preserve this Pokemon, that's okay. I can potentially get Hazard up the next turn on basically anything besides like a Scarf Keldeo. Even if they're like not Scarf, if they're more set up leftover sub Calm Mind, they might have Vacuum Wave, which would be able to take me out as well. And I could see that being the set because we don't have Goodra in the game. I think it would make a lot of sense, actually. Let's see if they want to preserve it, though. I could definitely see Zapdos coming out, but Rock Slide is so free for me to click this turn. That's why I'm thinking they honestly could even go straight out to Keldeo here. We'll see what it's going to be, though. No, it's just going to be the Zapdos. Alright, defensive Zapdos. Let's see. They would not take that much from Rapid Spin. There's no way. So they get the static on me. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, so we're paralyzed at +1, which means they should always outrun me. We did about 20%. Let's see. If they're max HP, that's a pretty high roll for us. Hurricane from no investment knocks us out every time here. So, they're just going to be clicking Hurricane, right? It feels pretty obvious. Do I want to keep this Pokemon around? I feel like I don't have to worry about hazards in this game. But I can keep it around for a sack. Iron Hands is a pretty solid swap here. Okay, Iron Hands, if they're potential like max attack modest, this Hurricane's doing a good chunk. It really is. I do think it's my better play here. The Hands isn't as great as I was hoping. I mean, it's really solid in this game still. It definitely is. But it's just not going to be with how it's going. All right. Let me calc that. Heat Wave. So that Heat Wave did, what, 122? Something like that? That would look like max attack modest. Do I know how to math? I think I do. I do like to click sub here. I don't know if they're just going to click Hurricane. I feel like that isn't the best play, but Thunder Punch is very free anyways. So I think we're going to go for that as they U-turn out. So Substitute would have been great on this turn, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't mind. They don't have a switch into this Pokemon because they don't even have a resist to Electric besides the Roaring Moon, which is just not coming in. If anything, it's going to be... Okay, the sack, that's fine. Could be Rocky Helmet, which would be fine. Really wishing that I had clicked sub. We're going to get that knockout. And no helmet. Okay, perfect. We're in a pretty solid position here. I mean, what's their go-to here? Maybe Specs Keldeo? If they're Specs Keldeo, do they knock us out? We're like 366 or something like that. Surf never knocks us out from Timid, which is what I'm looking at right now. They go out to Slowking. This Pokemon, there's potential that it wouldn't even break my sub here, so I'm going to go for it. That's kind of why we brought this. It really depends on what they're clicking. Yeah, they're just going to click Future Sight versus me. I could SD up if I wanted to. And I don't hate that option at all. Yeah, I'm going to SD. We're going to get to B+2 and just click a very disgusting Thunder Punch versus them. Basically sack this thing for 1,000,000 damage. I think that's fine. I don't even know if they break my sub here. Sludge Bomb doesn't. So unless they're double Psychic move, Sludge Bomb shouldn't break this. Wow, okay. They have investment. I wonder if this thing is defensive then, because they have to have a solid amount of investment for that. What, the maximum or the minimum investment is like 80? For a guaranteed break, they need to be max modest, which means they would have 0 special or 0 HP. I mean, this thing cannot be very defensive at all. We EV'd this for a reason. Maybe they just got lucky and they're not even that invested, but I would assume that they're very, very attack invested. As they're just going to extra Sludge Bomb into me. Yeah, that did a lot. We're going to sack Iron Hands down to that. That's totally fine with me. I don't mind it at all. Infernape is fine to come out here. I also think Drill could be fine to actually get some value out of that Pokemon while we're paralyzed, since we do always outrun this Pokemon. Let me just make sure, like, even a modest, yeah. I mean, I also could go Torn. You know, I get a pretty free U-turn knockoff versus this guy. Even Indeedee not bad. Ape is probably the safest. I don't want to give him setup opportunity against Drill. I think we're just going to go Torn here. I think Torn knockoff is just free. Knockoff should destroy this guy at this range. If they are Colbert, it's a roll. It might not be, depending on the investment and everything. Colbert Berry, knockoff. It looks like it is a roll, since we know that they're like a very, very little investment. They're gonna hard swap out to the Zapdos. Just do not get the static on me again. I would be very frustrated to see that. Okay, no more boots. That's fine. All right, perfect. We could go out to drill here. Mostly sack it, but it'd really be nice to get a rock up at this point in the game. I don't have a great swap, though. So we're just going to make the hard drill. Potentially sack it off. Obviously, it would be nice to get up the rock, like I just said, but the odds that it actually happens are slim. They might click Roost this turn as well. Yes, they do. Oh, well. They might miss a Heat Wave, which would be great for us if they want to try that. They're just going to hit. Totally fine with that. I assume that this thing is decently physically defensive, so I think we go Indeedee. And, you know, Terra Psychic Expanding Force has a shot to just OHKO this guy from max HP, no Spadef. And if not, we're bringing it low enough that the rest of my team should be able to handle it pretty well. All right, yeah, let's just click Terra Psychic Expanding Force. If they want to swap out to the Roaring Moon, then I'm gonna make the hard swap out into my my Tauren the next turn, since I am Choice Scarfed on that Pokemon, and I'm Choice Scarfed on this thing, importantly. But if I caught them with a Fairy move this turn, basically Indeedee would just come in and win the game afterwards. So that's why I feel like they're not gonna just go hard out to it. If they do, it's a good play. It just puts them in a really rough position here. It looks like they're staying in. Yeah, this thing is not specially defensive at all. It's a 50-50. Modest Choice Scarf. And then, you know, best case scenario would be them potentially Volt Switching. Well, best case scenario is this knocking it out, which I really hope it does. Nice, let's go. All right, we get that 50-50. They might not even have been max HP on that set. If they're as low as like 200, then it's well in my favor. What is guaranteed? Like if they're as low as 116 or 120, it's guaranteed. So, I mean, feel pretty confident about that. They probably know that we're modest at this point, probably expect that we're choiced. So they're going to go out to this Pokemon. Their Booster. Are they Booster Speed? Booster Attack. Awesome. We're going to go hard out into Tauren here on the Dragon Dance that I'm expecting. So this is the Roaring Moon. Booster Attack. I mean, a knockoff. It's a roll. We live it most of the time from this guy unless they're adamant. And if they're adamant, then it's about a 50-50, as they are just going to Dragon Dance. So yeah, they're +1 now. I can click Icy Wind versus this guy, lower his speed, and put us in a decent spot. The only thing is that accuracy, which puts me in a tough spot. We're going to Icy Wind, get you down to neutral speed, which is the important thing. I hope they click DD again. No, they're just going to knock off. Easily will knock me out there. But now they're at neutral speed. And we always have the option to bring out my Indeedee and potentially be able to revenge. I think the play is to go out to Indeedee here. Since I am Choice Scarfed, I should outrun this Pokemon. And we just click a Fairy move here. We click Gleam. It also might be in range of Infernape clicking Vacuum Wave very soon. Definitely Nasty Plot boosted. At +2, we do 82 min, so yeah, easily knocks it out with that. So it's looking like Infernape endgame is really good here. They obviously know that we're Scarfed. They should hard swap out here, I would think. Potentially something like Arcanine could come out and be very annoying for me. Yeah, as they do switch. I mean, it makes sense. It's the right play every time. Elvis is going to come out and take nothing, be able to get its entire regen back. Which is like a bad, you know, position for me to be in, but it's not the end of the world. It's hard to know if I should go hard out to Infernape or go Screamtail here, because if they click Sludge Bomb, it puts me in a nasty spot no matter what. Infernape can win with sub overheat. Screamtail never really wins, but it threatens what they want to bring out afterwards. If I go Infernape, then they chilly, they go out to Keldeo, and they destroy me. You know? So it just puts me in a bad spot. I should have clicked the Psychic move on that turn. Or even Trick would not have been bad. I think we're going to go out to Screamtail here. I don't think they're going to click the Sludge Bomb. I don't think it makes much sense for them to click Sludge Bomb at all. Oh, they're going to Surf. That's a really bold play. I think T-Wave could be fine versus this guy. I also really like the Psychic Noise, so they can't regen. So I'm going to go for Psychic Noise for now. Just be annoying to them, get a little bit of chip. I can even put a Wish up in the air. Sludge Bomb shouldn't take me out here. Nope. Yeah, I think we just put a Wish up and potentially just go out to Infernape and set up. That's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to throw up this Wish. We're going to plot up with Infernape. Maybe double plot with Infernape. Versus Keldeo. I'm curious if a +4 will be able to knock it out. No, not quite. Unfortunately. +4 overheat does. It definitely does, but I don't know if they're scarfed or not. Yeah, we're just gonna plot up this turn. They do withdraw. I should have just clicked, damn. I really should have just clicked the stupid, the substitute move. If this thing is scarfed, it's a tough situation. Arcanine, Hisui. I mean, we might just knock it out. We're +2 Vacuum Wave. Yeah, Vacuum Wave should knock this out. I don't know if they click E-Speed versus me. If they do, that's a good play. Especially if they're like banded, it's gonna hurt. If we see Keldeo, I might go hard out to my Indeedee, but it looks like we're gonna, like, I feel like I don't have a great way to win this game. Yeah, I mean, we get that knockout on the Arcanine, but the Keldeo is really just what messes me up here. Because the combination of Keldeo plus the Roaring Moon and the Slowking. Really wish I had clicked Expanding Force on the swap to Slowking. I would have won the game in this scenario. The game just would have been over by clicking Dazzling Gleam. Because all I would do is Vacuum Wave, get some chip on the Keldeo here. Yeah. Alright. I mean, it is what it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the swap out to Indeedee here. It's my only play to try to win this game. Indeedee should always live unless they're Choice Specs. And if they're Choice Specs, Sacred Sword knocks me out, Surf does not. So we'll see what they go for here. They're going to Surf, okay. Is this thing Scarf? If they are, they win. We'll see. Expanding Force is so obvious, but it's my chance, I think. Yeah, let me Expanding Force. Okay, they're not Scarf. I mean, that was what I needed. I don't think Infernape's gonna be able to take it, but now if I crit the Roaring Moon, I actually have a solid chance. I think all I have to do is crit the Roaring Moon with Vacuum Wave. It might be a roll at that point, though. Do I swap hard out here? I think they should always attack me. I don't think Dragon Dance is the play ever. I'm just going to sack this guy. If they want to DD up, that's fine. They would always knock out my my Infernape anyways. I assume that they're Earthquake on the set. And if we see a double out here, then I don't know. We could actually do it. I guess maybe they do want a DD because then I could lock myself in Dazzling Gleam, but then at that point they just switch out to the Slowking and I lose. So I'm gonna click Expanding Force. Do they DD? They do DD. I don't think that matters. I'm pretty sure it does not matter at all. Because what? Worst case scenario, they were Acrobatics, which would have knocked out Infernape anyways. They should just hit me. Yeah, they had Earthquake, so that didn't matter. Alright, we need this Vacuum Wave to knock him out. Even a crit is probably a roll. Yeah, if I was modest, it definitely would have been able to knock him out. So it's possible, it's just not very probable. They're what, 70%? Alright, give me the crit. Give me the crit. It's in Psychic Terrain. I mean, there's nothing else I could do. I forgot about Psychic Terrain. I thought it went away at that point. But good game, 2 carts. Definitely cooked me here. I mean, I did not bring the team that I expected at all, and I knew that Roaring Moon was going to be an issue. I was hoping that they would try to spam DD more against the Torn. Maybe I should have just U-turned, or maybe I should have brought a couple better options versus them. I don't know, maybe the Avalugg would have been really good, which I expected them to, and maybe be a little bit more careful since I had Avalugg, but obviously not. Maybe not sacking the Screamtail so early, but it's just a hard matchup for me. I know I didn't play the best, I didn't prep the best, but it is what it is. But good game to my friend there. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hopefully we're going to be able to bounce back, start off 2-0, now we're 2-3. Hopefully we'll be able to still make the playoffs. That's about it for me. See you in the next one.